The 2024 election victory, triumph and turmoil. The 2024 presidential election proved to be a rematch of epic proportions, pitting Donald Trump against Kamala Harris, who became the Democratic frontrunner after Joe Biden chose not to seek re-election. Amidst one of the most contentious elections in U.S. history, Donald Trump emerged victorious, securing a triumphant return to the White House. However, his journey to victory was fraught with controversy and danger, including an attempt on his life that nearly changed the course of history. The campaign that shaped 2024. The 2024 election saw fierce campaigning from both sides. Kamala Harris, representing the Democratic Party, emphasized progressive policies like healthcare reform and climate change action, appealing to younger and more liberal voters. Meanwhile, Donald Trump reignited his base with a bold promise: America First. Trump's rallies once again became must-see events, with record-breaking crowds in battleground states. His strategy capitalized on economic frustrations and concerns about border security, resonating strongly with rural and suburban voters. Kamala Harris, on the other hand, relied heavily on grassroots organizing and urban turnout to counteract Trump's momentum. The debates were fiery and personal, with each candidate highlighting the other's perceived weaknesses. Trump attacked Harris on her record as vice president, while Harris criticized Trump's handling of previous controversies, including his impeachment trials. The nation was split, with polls showing a neck-and-neck race until Election Day. The attempted assassination. Amidst the high-stakes campaign, tragedy was narrowly averted. During a rally in Arizona, an assailant attempted to assassinate Donald Trump. The incident occurred just days before the election, shocking the nation. Trump was delivering one of his signature speeches when shots were fired. Secret Service agents immediately shielded the former president and apprehended the attacker. Thankfully, Trump was unharmed and returned to the stage later that evening, declaring, "They will not silence us. We will never give up." The attempt only galvanized his supporters, who saw it as a direct attack on their vision for America. Vigils and rallies of solidarity sprung up nationwide, propelling Trump's campaign into its final days with renewed vigor. Election night, the final countdown. Election night 2024 was one for the history books. Early results showed Kamala Harris leading in traditionally Democratic strongholds, while Trump dominated in Republican-leaning states. The battle for swing states like Florida, Pennsylvania, and Michigan became the decisive factor. As the night wore on, Trump clinched Florida by a razor-thin margin, a critical win that bolstered his momentum. Kamala Harris secured victories in the Midwest, but Trump's strong showing in Pennsylvania ultimately tipped the scales. By the early hours of the morning, the race was called. Donald Trump was elected as the 47th President of the United States. His supporters erupted in celebration, chanting, "For more years," as news of his victory spread across the nation. The aftermath, reactions and reflection. The aftermath of Trump's victory was as divided as the campaign itself. Supporters took to the streets in celebration, waving flags and holding parades in small towns across America. Meanwhile, protests erupted in cities like New York and Los Angeles, with demonstrators expressing their frustration over the outcome. Globally, the reaction was mixed. Leaders of allied nations like Israel and Brazil congratulated Trump, while European leaders approached the victory with caution. The election reaffirmed Trump's influence on the global stage, signaling a continuation of his America First policies. Trump's vision for America. In his victory speech, Donald Trump promised to usher in a new era of American prosperity. His plans for his second term included revitalizing domestic energy production, lowering taxes, and securing the nation's borders. Trump also pledged to focus on reshaping international trade agreements, ensuring that America remains a dominant force in the global economy. His slogan, "The best is yet to come," encapsulated the optimism he aimed to instill in his supporters as he prepared for his return to the White House. Donald Trump's return to the presidency marks a pivotal chapter in American history. With bold promises and an energized base, his next term is set to reshape the nation. In the next episode, we'll cover his inauguration day, the challenges he faces, and the ambitious goals for his first 100 days. Stay tuned for an exclusive look into the beginning of his second term.